Hey guys, it's your boy Stevenson, and you know how I asked you guys a few weeks ago, like, hey, if I did an advice segment thing, would you guys want to watch it? And for the most part, you guys actually kind of liked the idea, so here I am, about to give you the best advice I can give you. Not really, actually. So you see, the advice I'm getting is kind of from like multiple sources, and it just comes down to one. And I'll give you a decent amount each video, and you guys can decide for which one you want. If you can, please comment down below which ones are your favorites, and then you know, maybe if you have some advice of your own that you were given that I haven't gone over yet. And trust me, I got a lot that I'm going to go over throughout this entire series that I have. So if you guys have anything that I miss, put it down in the comments. And if you like me doing this, please like, subscribe, and comment obviously again, because I need to know if there's something else I've missed. So let's begin. So I'm a little sketchy on exactly how I'm going to do this process, but I think for the most part I'm going to have a certain set of numbers. I might fluctuate between how many depending if the advice is short or long, and how long I will go in depth talking about it. Okay? Compliment 3 people every day. Now, if we think about this, complimenting 3 people a day, and you know, let's just put in this scenario. If everyone's doing this, doesn't that spread like frickin' wildfire? You know, you ever heard of the chain of kindness or something like that? It's like basically once you've done an act of kindness for one person, it'll kind of go down the lines like a domino effect the whole way down, and it's really cool. And there's like several different programs that do that and stuff. So it is effective, you know. All you gotta do is just be nice to 3 people. I normally just don't do it just to 3 people. I don't go, oh, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. I'm gonna just keep doing it because I'm a nice guy. Have a dog. Unfortunately, for most of my childhood, I never really had a dog. So, I mean, I love dogs, don't get me wrong. They're pretty cool looking, pretty fun little people, you know. But I, for one, myself, never had a dog. And maybe that affected me in some way as growing up. But I don't really blame anybody for that. It's just how things were. But I agree. Watch a sunrise at least once a year. And not just any sunrise. You know, you got to watch some of the best ones. Maybe you want to travel around and just sit down in certain places that you know have really good sunrises and sunsets. And just take your time, just kind of maybe let your thoughts flow, and just wow. It's always good to slow down and watch what's going on in the world. Like that. That's from Arizona, actually, so guys in Arizona know what's up. Everybody else that doesn't, it's, you know, it's whatever. So remember other people's birthdays. It's always key to make sure that you know one person's birthday at least to make them feel special. You know, whenever someone's on their birthday, they're just hoping that they get enough people to recognize that they're a person sometimes. And just that one person's like, hey, happy birthday. It's like, in the back of their mind, it makes them think there's somebody that cares. Somebody that actually thinks I'm a person. You know, and it's just these little things that make people better about themselves, you know. It's just how it is. Over-tip breakfast waitresses, or waiters, if you will. Let's go into this one a little bit. For this one, you have to think it's the morning. And we're talking about like maybe a classic diner here that serves breakfast for most of the day, and they still have dinner and lunch and all that. That waitress doesn't really want to work there. They're just there because they need to have that job. And, you know, you got to give them kudos for just getting out there trying to make sure they get where they need to be. And it gives them a little bit more of an incentive when you over-tip them. They're like, yeah, I can do this now. You know, it gives them a little extra confidence boost, because sometimes they feel like they're not going to make it by with the amount of tips, because most of them, all they do is live off tips, because they don't get paid enough to do all the other stuff with the money that they're getting, and they're not getting enough. So over-tip those waitresses. Yeah, you may not have that kind of money, but when you have the chance, try, because it will make a difference in somebody's life, and that's what really matters at this point. Shut up! There's a motorcycle outside. Have a firm handshake. Now, any guy here knows that that's a classic thing that their parents will tell them or teach them as, you know, when they're growing up. You make sure you have a firm handshake. Don't just let it flop, or just too much. You just firm, but not death grip. So you kind of have to work on that. Practice just in general. Whenever you get the chance to handshake with somebody, practice it, and you'll see that it's a naturalness is high. That's how it is. Fun fact. I think most people this, that the Romans actually had a different way of handshaking. Instead of I can't obviously handshake with myself, but they would this is their handshake, but the Romans would go and grab each other's arms okay, and that's their handshake. But then we just kind of scooted back, and then we have the hands instead. But if you didn't know that, now you know. There's actually some movies that portray that as well. So, fun fact. Look people in the eye, and that's in any general way. Now, there's something I have been learning is that you can't look at people's eyes for too long. It kind of gets awkward and creepy, and you got to have the the intent behind why you're getting eye contact. So if you're in a conversation with somebody, generally it's a pretty good idea to have eye contact with them the entire time, but not just okay, yeah, you be a little facial relaxation and stuff like that. Just look them in the eye. It gives them that you actually are listening to what they're saying. And I will agree, I've had in the past problems with looking people in the eye when I'm trying to speak with them. So work on it if you can. If you already got that, good on you. But other than that, just, yeah. Say thank you a lot. That's kind of obvious, be polite. Don't just take and just say, Say thank you. Yeah. Say please a lot. If you're gonna take something from somebody, or borrow, if you will, please, can I please have this, please? It's manners, guys. You gotta have manners. If you're just gonna be a bunch of a-holes out here, what's the point, right? The point of being in a society is to be civil and nice to each other, so that you're not killing each other by the end of the day. Come on. Learn to play a musical instrument. I actually tried learning different types of instruments, but I never really got a hand of it. When you're in middle school or whatever, you play the recorder, the little frickin' flute thing that just sounds like frickin' cancer to your ears. I tried learning how to do the guitar. I know how to play the Spanish theme. That's really about it. So don't ask me to do an encore of frickin' guitar stuff for you guys. I don't know how to play it. But the only thing I've really been good at, per se, musically wise, is me singing, and that's more of just choir, per se. I'm not out there just singing because I can. I do it when when I do have to, I do it with a lot of passion. So it's just something. So sing in the shower. I wonder where maybe you guys have seen this before. If you guys haven't, maybe you want to check the links down below. Check out all those other videos. On a side note, guys, singing in the shower is really kind of relaxing. I think you guys know this too. Singing out loud in the shower. Now, if you're in public, you're in a public shower area, that might be a little bit weird. But in your own house, it's pretty nice. You're just being yourself in your freaking house, in your shower, doing you. You do you. Use the good silver. Now, what does it mean by use the good silver? Well, if we're thinking about it, good silver basically includes the china that your grandmother never uses. It just kind of sits there up in the little thing. Let's be real here. You don't live very long, and this is the only example of YOLO I can give you, is use the good silver, Why have it there if you're never going to use it? It's a nice keepsake. It'll sell for money later. Well, if maybe you're going to die and you don't get the money, just use it. It's there because it was made to be used. Use the good silver. Learn to make great chili. Chili is let me put this in perspective. My mother makes great chili. Hi, Mom. And it's just something that you kind of, it's kind of cheap to make. but it can feed you really well. So if you're on the dump side, you're not getting maybe a lot of money those days, at least you went grocery shopping and got the ingredients for some chili, because it'll feed you for a while. So definitely just learn how to make chili. In general, learn how to make food. Cooking is very essential, especially if you're now just starting living on your own. You got to know what you're doing. If you don't, you're just going to die in one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse because of you're always eating out. That's like really bad. So don't try to eat out so much. Cook. But learn most of all to cook chili. Plant flowers every spring. I'm not a big person on like gardening, but I do know that we have a bee issue, and there's not enough for them to go around. But I think it starts with the pollen and with flowers, obviously, and it just makes the place look a lot better. So I would suggest planting some flowers and stuff when you get the chance. So do that. And for the last one, I'm going to say, so it looks like right now I'm going to be doing 15 at a time. I feel like that's a good pace for what I'm doing. So 15 things at a time. So here's the last one. Own a great stereo system. Now, when I was a kid, I used to have a stereo system-ish. When I had to just kind of sit in my room and stuff, but I never got to play it too loud because my parents would get mad at me if I did. But I never really got to use that too much. But I have realized over the years that the point of having a great stereo system is to really feel the music. And I am a big person on music. Like, I love listening to music. I kind of like analyzing music. If I ever got to originally react to the 21 Pilots' new album, I would have, but I didn't get to that opportunity. It wasn't kind of in the timeline that I was getting to, so now I'm here and I'm doing this. So stereo, get some good tunes and play it up through the goddamn speakers and get loud. Sorry. So guys, that's all I have for you today. If you like what I did today, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll probably be coming out with these a lot more now. Once a week, like I usually do on a Wednesday at 12. I'm going to be trying to do as much as I can of these and just kind of give them out to you guys. And if you like what I do with these, share it. Let other people know, because they never know when you're going to find this awesome advice that you'll never probably hear from anybody else. And right now, I mean, this advice it's okay, but it's not life-changing. And I think eventually I'm going to get to a lot more life-changing stuff. And if you guys have any, let me know, and I will get to those as well. So my name is Curtis Stevenson, and see you guys later.